Hello, this is Maths with Lemon, and in this topic we will see the quadratic sequences. The quadratic sequences. So, let's start. Let's say we have the quadratic like this one. 3, 7, 15, 27, and so on. Now, the first thing that I have to do is to find what's the difference between, since it's a sequence, what's the difference between the numbers? Let me check here. 4, 8, 12, and I see that it's not constant, the difference. So basically, I say, oh, problem, this is not a sequence. But wait, let me check the difference between these numbers. 4, 4. So, because I have two differences, I understand that I have a quadratic sequence. Now, how I deal with this, how I will find which quadratic sequence is that? The first thing to know is that the second difference, this one, will give me the initial part of the quadratic sequence. What does it mean? A quadratic sequence always has this form: an squared plus bn plus c, which means I need to find these numbers. The first thing is that the second difference here, it gives me always the first number, basically the first whole term. How? Since this is 4, here the coefficient will be the second difference, half of that. So basically it's going to be 2n squared. N squared is always will be the same. So basically, since it's 4, this is going to be 2. Now, I'm coming here side and say, okay, the first term is, the first part of the quadratic sequence is 2n squared. Which sequence this quadratic produce? Parentheses. Let me write here the sequence of the quadratic sequence: 3, 7, 15, 27, and below I will write the terms of 2n squared. Now, when n is 1, how much is that? 1 squared times 2 is 2. When n is 2, how much is it? 4 times 2, 8. And so on. 3, it's 18. 4 is 32. And then I do this simple calculation. un minus 2n squared. My quadratic sequence minus my sequence minus the quadratic part of the first of the second difference, 2n squared. 3 minus 2 is 1. 7 minus 8 is minus 1. 18 minus 15 is minus 3. And this is going to be minus 5. I forget everything what I calculated up now, and I focus on these numbers, and I say, oh, let me see, I have a sequence of numbers: 1, minus 3, minus 1, minus 3, minus 5. Let me find which sequence is that. This one is, from here to here is minus 2. From here to here is minus 2. From here to here is minus 2. Which sequence is that? Minus 2n, since it's minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. And now I have to find the first term, which is 1. So when n is 1, minus 2 times 1, minus 2. But I have 1. So plus 3. So the whole sequence is minus 2n squared minus 2n plus 3.